maximum alert for the Commanders Nation. As I write this, our GM is contemplating acquiring the explosive running back from the draft who would make our offense unstoppable. At the same time, the best-kept secret that transformed our team culture has been leaked. Exclusive information that explains our 12 victories. And if that sounds shocking, get ready. A quarterback with historic stats could join our ranks at any moment. Rivals are trembling at this news that will change the landscape of the NFC. Subscribe now, or you'll be the last to know about these moves that will define our future. The Commanders' offense was spectacular last season. No one can deny that. Jaden Daniels steered that ship like a true master, leading us to the NFC Championship. But I ask you, why settle for that when we can be even better? Adam Peters and Dan Quinn achieved 12 victories in their first year. Impressive, yes, but I assure you they want more. And that's why they are considering options that could elevate this team to the next level. We already brought in Deebo Samuel and Laramie Tunsil, two key pieces that strengthen crucial positions. But honestly, our backfield still doesn't scare anyone. Brian Robinson Jr., Austin Eckler, Rodriguez, and McNichols are good players. But none have that X factor that makes rival defenses shake. Matt Brandon from Sports Illustrated just published a mock draft where the Commanders select Omarion Hampton from North Carolina with the 29th pick. And I firmly believe this could be the move we need. Hampton is not just another running back. He's a battering ram with 4.46 speed who can break tackles and explode in open space. Can you imagine an offense with Daniels leading, Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel on the outside, and Hampton tearing through the middle? I tell you, it would be a nightmare for any defensive coordinator in the league. Yes, we need defensive help. That's true. But when you have the opportunity to select a talent like Hampton, how do you pass that up? Last year, our ground game was already potent. Now imagine adding this monster. I ask you, should Washington prioritize defense or seize the opportunity to turn our offense into a nuclear weapon? I believe Hampton could be the final piece for a truly dominant attack. When we talk about last season's Commanders, there's one word that constantly resonates: brotherhood. And it's not just a pretty word for the cameras. Tressway, our veteran punter, has just revealed fascinating details about how this special bond has been built. In a recent interview with John Keem, Way spoke about something many might overlook: the team's new facilities, specifically the Players' Lounge. I assure you, these details are much more important than they seem. Those things might not show up directly in the win-loss column, Way said, but I can guarantee they don't hurt. They only help. And he's absolutely right. Players spend hours playing Xbox, sharing family stories, creating bonds that go far beyond football. Now I ask you, how many times have we seen teams full of individual talent fail because they don't work as a unit? Too many, and that's precisely what's changing in Washington. But it's not just the new couch or the flat screen. Way gave enormous credit to Dan Quinn and his leadership approach. DQ's humble approach of total competitiveness in every game, hyper-focused on what we do, made it very liberating to play. Way explained, and this is something I love about Quinn. He never talks about crushing the opponent by 30 points. Instead, he constantly repeats, I don't care if it's 4 quarters, 5 quarters, or if it goes to the parking lot, we're going to keep fighting all the time. That mentality allows players to focus solely on the play in front of them. As the longest tenured player on the team, Way has seen the highs and lows of this franchise, and he assures that what Quinn has created is liberating. He also praised Adam Peters for bringing in players who fit perfectly with this culture. I firmly believe this is what we've always lacked: a true sense of family, of shared purpose. Do you agree that this brotherhood is the X factor we've been missing to be great again? The NFL draft starts in just 2 weeks, and after last year's success, we're all hoping the Commanders hit the mark again with their picks. With Jaden Daniels as our undisputed star and centerpiece for the future, it seems the quarterback position is settled. But I ask you, What if we add more talent to that room? According to Ben Solak of ESPN, there's a possibility that Washington signs Dillon Gabriel from Oregon as an undrafted free agent. And before you jump in saying we don't need him, let me explain why this could be a brilliant move. Gabriel is one of the most productive passers in college football history. Yes, he's only 5 feet 11 inches and doesn't have the arm of a Kyler Murray, but he possesses a quick release and exceptional vision that would fit perfectly in Cliff Kingsbury's offensive system. Do you know what this young man did at Oregon? He completed 326 of 447 passes for 3,857 yards with 30 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions, plus 7 rushing touchdowns. And this is no fluke. Gabriel is the all-time FBS leader in total touchdowns with 189 and is tied as the leader in passing touchdowns with 155. He's also second in passing yards, 18,722, and total yards, 19,931 in FBS history. He's started 63 games, more than any quarterback in college history. We currently have Daniels, Mariota, and Hartman on the team. But I believe adding someone with Gabriel's experience and productivity could be a strategically smart move. Not as a threat to Daniels, but as valuable depth and a potential asset for the future. Do you think it makes sense to invest in another quarterback when we have needs in other positions? I say it's always smart to accumulate talent at the most important position in the game. What we're seeing in Washington isn't just an improvement, it's a genuine revolution. From draft decisions to the culture of brotherhood to strategic moves to strengthen every position. What do you think about selecting Hampton with our first round pick? Do you believe an explosive offense can make up for some defensive weaknesses? The cultural transformation Tressway talks about is the kind of change that lasts. Do you think Dan Quinn is building something truly special, or are we just experiencing a good moment? And about Gabriel, is it worth investing in another quarterback when Daniels is already our undisputed star? Leave me your opinions in the comments. This is a critical moment for our franchise, and your voice as a fan is essential. Subscribe now so you don't miss any analysis about the future of our team. Be part of this passionate family we're creating, where every opinion counts and where we'll celebrate the victories to come together. And remember, hail to the Redskins!